Yes, Joel works as an alderman. He is a second term, and he is, more importantly, a father. Joel Frieders is from Yorkville, and he is working on this National Suicide Prevention Month proclamation, and we are honored to have him on the show. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning, my friend.
What's up, Rock Lobster?
Hello, Danielle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Living the dream.
That's all we have time for. Living the dream. You've been living the dream since I met you, you know.
This is true.
It's rare that many people can say that, but we'll find out what you're doing to help in this Suicide Prevention Month. We are sitting in the midst of it right now, almost through with it, really. So we'll come back and talk with Joel, 7:20.
Sunny skies today. We'll get up to 86 as our high. Jan is here with traffic.
Eastbound Reagan on the brakes for 45 minutes. Highland Avenue to Roosevelt because of an accident taken out the right lane. Eisenhower, hour 5 from 390, hour 10 with the Stevenson from Veterans. Northbound Tri-State, quite busy. 45 minutes slow down to go 111th Street all the way to 47th. So please be patient. Jen Shemick with traffic, 95.9 The River.
So is this actually Suicide Prevention Month? Is it?
I think so.
Awareness Month.
It's Suicide Awareness Month, right?
Got it.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month.
Right.
He knows his stuff.
Well,
unfortunately, you've been through a lot of stuff pertaining to that, right, Joel?
Yeah, I think everybody has been through at least one example of complete and utter shock and disbelief when they find out about something like this. So I don't consider myself any different than anybody else. I just happen to find myself in an alderman chair with 3 years left on my second term after accomplishing the only goal that I had, which was to complete my city streets in my neighborhood, and I actually have construction barricades outside of my front door, so I'm done with that. So now I can focus on actually doing something with the last, 900 days or so. And this is something that has kind of slapped me in the face, kicked me in the throat, punched me in the chest, however you want to say it, repeatedly over the last few years. The way that this kind of started was last July 28th, my friend Mike Malinowski took his life. And after that, I was a wreck. I can't even imagine who I was back then, even though it was only last year. I had no idea what to do with myself. Excuse me. Here I am, a father of 3. I got a beautiful wife, awesome job. I play with bees. I'm an alderman. I'm a recovering musician. I've been writing books. I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm assuming that I'm acting happy, and I just can't get over the fact that I have no idea why someone that I love so much, that I looked up to, would take his own life. So I spoke with my mayor, Gary Galinsky, got permission to write a proclamation in honor of National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. He read it back at the end of August of last year, and then between August and the end of September, I was able to get about 24 Illinois cities to read the same exact proclamation.
Awesome.
I got 2 counties in Illinois. I got a city in Georgia, a city in Indiana, and then the state of Illinois. So I was right around 27, 28, 29 governments are actually talking about suicide on their floor, the city council or county council chambers. So this year, being that I'm relatively close with my mayor, I said, hey, I got a few years left. Is it okay if I do it again? I want to see if I can get it bigger. And he said, well, what did you have in mind? I'm like, well, can I start as soon as possible? I said, yeah, let's hit this back up, after tax day. So I had everything ready to go, and then right after taxes, I'm like, hey, bro, can I start working on this? He goes, yeah, we got to take it to the council and get a full vote. So he gave me permission, and since April 24th, I have sent out 878 individual emails to cities, townships, counties, states, you name it. And I'm actually, as of yesterday, I have 56 cities and 2 counties in 2 different states.
That's amazing.
So Illinois is kicking a lot more butt, but I've only sent 800 or so emails, so I got a lot of work to do. But I'm finding that a lot of the responses I'm getting from cities are devastating. I'm not going to mention any cities right now, but where I graduated from college, the fire chief committed suicide in 2016.
Wow.
In 2017, an alderman in a small city north of Chicago, an alderman committed suicide. So we're not just talking about the youth, the quote-unquote constituents. We're talking about the people that are running these cities,
so Joel,
that are dealing with the same stuff.
How can people help you on your trek?
Yeah, well, I've got a Facebook page and a website that the city of Yorkville put together for me. It's called NSPAMP.com, National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month Proclamation, NSPAMP. You go to that page, there is a link for a Word document and a PDF document, and all you do is you copy it, right-click, copy the link, and then email it to your elected official and say, hey, can you please do this? And it's as simple as sending an email, or if you want, tell me where you are, who your alderman or your mayor is, and I will find it. I've sent out, I think I've hit up about 70% of the Illinois cities that are over 2,000 people. The smallest city that I have participating right now is 560 residents. It's called Thompson, Illinois, Thomson.
Mm-hmm.
And the largest city we have participating right now is the city of Chicago with 2.7 million constituents.
Wow.
So I don't care how big you are because everybody is hurting right now.
Well,
and
the thing is,
it's really, really weird.
Everybody's been so afraid to talk about all this because, did you hear that so-and-so? And it's all secretive. Let's get it out in the open and get rid of the stigmas that are attached to suicide and mental health and mental illness and all that stuff. So this is a great beginning. And when people start talking, do you know how many lives you save? Because they go, I thought I was alone.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, and that's what's interesting too is that when you're talking about removing stigma, my name is Joel Frieders. I'm 38 years old. I live in Yorkville, Illinois. I have a beautiful wife and 3 awesome kids. I started therapy in January of 2018.
Wow.
Did I just remove some stigma? I'm trying.
Yeah, well, you're trying. I'm Scott Mackay. I'm 56. I've been in counseling for a little while myself, dating back to the 90s.
I love you, dude. Thank you for saying that.
I love you,
That's
too.
what we need to do is kind of stand up and say, hey, man, it's totally okay to not be okay. I had a cup of coffee at a place called Sip of Hope in Logan Square yesterday afternoon. And I met with a guy named Mike, and we basically talked about the same exact thing coming from different angles and the possibilities for, my project working with their project. The possibilities are endless. But the big takeaway that I had from it is that everybody is dealing with the fact that we all want to act as if everything is fine. And it's okay to not have everything be fine. It's okay to be miserable.
Right.
But what's not okay is for you to consider completing suicide or to consider hurting yourself or someone else. And that's where we have to kind of stand up and go, my eyes are open to everyone else's pain, but I'm also aware of my own. It's not just mindfulness. It's not just being in the moment. It's understanding that it's okay to have your day suck.
Right.
It's perfectly fine to have a bad day.
It's also okay to be different.
Thank you for being one that can step up and start the movement because that's really what it takes is for somebody to make that, initial step and hope that people follow in your footsteps and kind of help along the way.
Joel Frieders.
Yeah, let's just keep talking.
Second-term alderman out of Yorkville, father most of all, fighting the fight for the National Suicide Prevention Month proclamation. I didn't understand because I'm old and I got one bad ear, what the name of his Facebook page is, Danielle. Did you get that? And something?
Do you want to repeat it one more time, Joel?
Sure. Well, the Facebook page is National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, but the acronym is NSPAMP, NSPAMP. I'll send it to Danielle, and you can share it as you need to. But if you just Google my name, Joel Frieders, and the word suicide, you'll probably find 4 or 5 different articles that will lead back to where I am. But anyway, you can find me. Even if you misspell my name, you'll find me. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Rock Lobster.